Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and it is time for our January 2022 release hop. And I have a bunch of cards to share. Hey everybody, so I am using the Llama Tell You stamp set along with our layered frame and journal dies, our Sunburst Card mat die, our layered shape dies, the Date Night stamp set, the Kiss Me a Latte stamp set, the clear Jar Coffee Add Ons, along with our Latte Lover stamp set. And I went ahead and made these backgrounds in a previous video, and I'm quickly going to stick them onto A2 size card bases made with paper tray ink white cardstock. There we go. So a few of them are portrait, the rest of them are vertical, horizontal, like I do landscape. So I went ahead and I cut out this sparkle cardstock that is from Recollections Valentine 12-inch paper line. And I cut out the XOXO stamp set. That's a brand new stamp set from Jaded Blossom. I cut them all out with the layered frame, or layered, what are they called? The label shaped dies. Sorry, guys. And I just cut them all out using those dies. And I'm going to layer them quickly using some ATG tape. So just so you're aware, I didn't end up getting my hands on this Jaded Blossom release in time for this whole release. So if you're a little disappointed with what I made, I'm sorry, but I kind of had to work with what I had to work with. And so I didn't have all the cool dies that came along with this set, or like the stamps or anything. So as soon as I get them in my hands, I will do a release and review video and create everything. Create everything what I wanted, like do what I wanted with these images. But you know, you got to do what you got to do. So there we go. And I live in Canada, and through no fault of Jaded Blossom, this is what happens with Canada Post sometimes. It's sad. If you live in Canada, you know what I mean. Okay, so now I am applying these little sentiments to the front of my card. And I went ahead and I cut out, that's the layered frame and journal die, and I cut that out with American Crafts Christmas foil pad, just the silver. And I'm making kisses. That's what I'm going for. And I'm going to slide these little pieces behind this label, and it'll make it look like they're little kisses peeking out. Kind of fun, eh? There we go. So it kind of goes with the sentiment, hugs and kisses. As I said earlier, I used the Martha Stewart Enchanted Woodland, or was it Enchanted Forest, Enchanted Woodland? I don't know. Pad. I was using it all up, making these backgrounds. And like I said, on day one, you can go back and watch me make a bunch of these backgrounds. So now I'm trying to put on these little eyeballs. These are from Doodlebug. They're their shape sprinkles. Adding little eyeballs to the set. I also went ahead and I used the our bow dies, which I forgot to mention. So I'm going to make that one a little girl. There we go. And then I'm going to pop a little heart. This is from our stitched banner dies. And there we go. So that's sort of number one. Number two, I'm pulling in the Llama Tell You stamp set. And I'm going to stick this, first I'll stick down the sentiment with some ATG tape. Then I will pop up this adorable little llama with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. Now these were all pre-colored with Copics, and I do not have them listed for you. I'm sorry. But just simple coloring like normal. And I'm going to stamp on a little sentiment that says, I believe, sending you llama love. And I'll stamp that onto our word bubble dies. Actually, I didn't mention, I'm not sure if I mentioned that I was using the word bubble dies. Everything that I use, though, will be listed on my blog in case I've forgotten. So there we go. So that's stamped onto paper tray ink white cardstock again, and I will pop that up with my dimensionals. I do use 3M foam tape sometimes on this video, and you'll notice I trimmed my nails before this video. Lesson to self, don't trim your nails before you're filming a video where you have to peel off backings. It's just impossible. So there we go, using my reverse tweezers to get things lined up, and of course I don't. So I try to sort of move it so it's straight. There you go. So sending you llama love, which is adorable. And then I'm going to pop out those two little dots from that word bubble die. And I end up using my bamboo skewer because that's kind of what I use normally. I just find it just gets it out of there easier. And I'm pulling out my art glitter glue, and I'll stick those two little dots down in place. There we go. Kind of fun, right? I think that this was a really cute card set, and it turned out great. And I'm going to cover up that little bandana that I colored with one of those bow dies that I cut out on a previous video. There we go. How fun is that one? And I'm going to pop up a few of these hearts. I used my banner dies for the hearts, and I also used the fancy heart dies. Okay, now I pulled out the Save a Date stamp set, and I stamped this little couple, cut it out with my Brother Scan and Cut with a 0.4 border. That was the same for the llama, I forgot to mention. I'm going to stick down the sentiment, and then I'm going to pop up this little couple with some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals again. Of course, having trouble with my no nail state, but you know, got to do what you got to do. And there we go. I love these sentiments from this new release. They're adorable sentiments. They have a beautiful font. I would have loved to have used the die to cut them out. I will be doing that, definitely. So keep an eye out for the release and review video once they get here. There we go. Now I'm going to pop up this little couple on this front panel. How pretty is that? I just love them. And what's nice about the coloring of them is they're so simple. It's just so simple to color these little images. Now I am going to pop up these little images. That's from the Fancy Heart Dies and Pure Poppy. I save all my little pieces from that Fancy Heart Die set in the envelope. And these are also from that same set, using that pink glitter cardstock from the Recollections Valentine's 12-inch pad. There we go. Pretty, pretty stuff. Now I'm going to work on the next one. This one says Love You. I'm going to stick down the sentiment and pop it down. Now I used VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink for all of my stamping, except for my Copic marker coloring. That's always done with Ink on 3's blackout ink, and then I color with Copics because that's a Copic friendly ink. So now this is the what's it called? Clear Jar Coffee Add Ons, and they're colored with Copic markers, so nothing special. Cut out with my Brother Scan and Cut with a 0.4 border. All my die cutting today was done with my Gemini machine like normal. There we are, and I'm getting all of these pieces ready here. Now I'm pulling out my word bubble die. I'm going to stick that to my mat that I'm working on here, just so I can stamp it, like line it up and stamp it. And this one says, All I Need Is You and Coffee, which is kind of a fun stamp, a fun sentiment. It's from the Latte Lover stamp set. There we go, using my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink and just an acrylic block. And I'll just stamp that on there. There we go. And then I will pop that up onto my card using some 3M foam tape, which is always good. There we go. Now everybody just knocked it out of the park from the design team with this release. It was amazing. I watched on jealously just because I couldn't get my hands on those adorable dies. I would suggest you get them because I predict they'll sell out because they're so adorable. There we go. Now I'm just popping up this little sentiment with some 3M foam tape. And how cute is that? Like, just adorable. I love these little Keurig pods. They were super easy to color, like I said. And now I'm adding a little bow onto the girl one because, you know, I'm going to have a girl coffee pod and a boy coffee pod because, you know, why not? And I'm adding Studio Katia 3mm Google Eyes with my Studio Katia embellishment wand and my art glitter glue. So I'm just getting those in place because it's kind of fun. You know, why not add some Google Eyes, right? Every once in a while, I like to add tiny Google Eyes to an inanimate object to make it like people. So that's what I'm going for here, which is lots of fun. There we go. And like I said, all of these items are always listed on my blog, although this time I will not have my Copic colors listed. I'm sorry, people. These are old images that I colored in the past, and I do not have them written down, so I can't help you with that. So now I'm pulling out little hearts again from that same Fancy Heart die. That's a must-have. I don't know if you have that one, but you got to get that one. I use it all the time. And now I'm just popping up these little hearts with my Stampin' Up! Dimensionals, just adding a little bit more glitter. These cards are super shiny, and it's kind of hard to see. Okay, so now I'm pulling out a little piece of clip art. This is from Dorky Doodles. It's called Love Gnomes Clip Art, and I cut them all out using my Brother Scan and Cut with a 0.4 border, and I printed them out on my Epson inkjet or Epson EcoTank printer. Sorry guys. Now I'm going to stamp that sentiment. It is from the Gnome Kisses stamp set, and it says Be My Gnomie. And I've used that, actually I've used it this week already. I'm going to stamp that in Verse Fine Claire Nocturne ink right on the front. And how cute is that? Oh, so cute. I just love it. Adorable. She's got adorable little images you can use. So, you know, try and hop on over to her spot and check it out. Now, these are clouds from the rainbow dies that I didn't show. These are cut out of paper tray ink white cardstock again. Sticking them down with my art glitter glue. There we go. And then I'm going to have this little heart, this little guy. Of course, I'm going to move this up because, you know, that's just the way I've been rolling lately. Lots of mistakes. So we're going to pop this little gnome up. And how cute is that? And I didn't show you my struggle because, like I said, I have no nails. I trimmed them off. I decided my hands look so raggedy, I better trim my nails. And I thought, ooh, after I was done, I thought, oh, I'm not going to be able to pull the backings off that stuff now. I'm in trouble. Okay, so now I'm popping up little hearts again from the fancy heart dies and adding those to my little background. And, you know, super fast and easy. That same pink glitter cardstock, wanting to make sure everything's straight, of course. And there we go. Pretty cute. And now I'm pulling out my Secure white Jelly Roll pen in a number 10 just to add some highlights to this little gnome. And, you know, make them a little more special, because when you're using clip art, you kind of want to add a little something to make them look a little bit more special. Now, with this little guy, I'm adding some Spectrum Noir Clear Sparkle pen. I'm trying to show you, but it is glittery, trust me. And now I'm grabbing that same Secure white Jelly Roll pen, and I'll add a few little freckles to their little faces, because, you know, why not add some freckles to some stick people. I'll add a little bit onto that heart there just to add a little something. And there we go. And that's about it. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog and the Jaded Blossom store and get your hands on all of these wonderful products. And keep an eye out. I don't have a release and review video yet because I didn't have the release, but as soon as I do, I will post a release and review video. So take care, everyone, and get shopping. And we'll see you soon in my next one. Bye, everyone.